An alien diplomat named Laro kept a hidden journal as he served the vast council that ruled many star systems, and in that journal he recorded the strange and relentless rise of humanity from a small blue, a world that had once seemed weak and divided into a force that reshaped the fate of every known species. Laro had been assigned to observe humans when their ships first reached beyond their home system, and at first, the council dismissed them as loud, curious, and short-lived. Yet Laro saw something different in their explorers and traders and builders. He wrote that humans did not merely travel, they adapted. Wherever they went, they learned the customs of others and also taught their own. They studied alien crops and soils and quickly learned how to grow food on worlds that had once been barren. They repaired broken stations and restored lost routes, and everywhere they went, small colonies grew into thriving hubs of exchange. Laro noted that humans had an unusual habit of turning danger into opportunity as pirate threats became training grounds in deadly storms. Became reasons to invent stronger shields and better engines. While older species clung to tradition, humans reshaped tradition into tools. As decades passed, Laro watched human fleets expand, not in conquest, but in connection, as trade agreements and shared defense. Pacts spread their influence farther than any war could. The council, however, began to grow uneasy because humanity did not fit the old balance of power, and their flexible thinking made rigid hierarchies look weak. Some council elders claimed humans were dangerous because they inspired others to change. Laro wrote that fear was driving the council to consider silencing the truth of what humanity was becoming. The journal described secret meetings where plans were made to restrict human travel and to erase records of their achievements. Yet the more the council tried to limit them, the more humans found new paths as smugglers, became diplomats, and engineers became ambassadors. Laro followed one such mission, where a small human crew helped rebuild a damaged alien habitat, and in doing so saved thousands of lives, earning gratitude that no decree could erase. He wrote that humans valued individual stories as much as grand goals, and this made them powerful because every person felt like part of something larger. When a great plague struck a distant system, human medics arrived with treatments. Developed through shared research and countless worlds were saved. The council publicly took credit, yet Laro knew who truly deserved praise. The journal became a witness to countless acts of courage and creativity as humans faced disasters with determination rather than despair. Even when attacked by hostile forces, humans chose to defend rather than dominate, and this earned them allies who stood with them when the council later tried to push them aside. Laro described how a simple human named Rilo once stood before a chamber of elders and spoke not with threats, but with a quiet conviction about shared futures and mutual survival, and the speech moved many who had never before questioned the old order. Despite this, the highest council members ordered Laro to stop writing and to submit his notes for review. Instead, he hid the journal in encrypted archives, hoping someday the truth would surface. Years passed and humanity continued to rise, building vast networks of stations and research hubs that connected species in ways never imagined. Laro aged slowly by alien standards, but he felt time pressing on him as he watched history unfold. When a massive conflict erupted between two ancient empires, it was human negotiators who brokered peace using patience and empathy rather than force. This act alone prevented millions of deaths and proved that power could come from understanding. The council could no longer deny the influence of humanity, so they tightened their grip and labeled humans as disruptive elements. Laro feared that this would lead to open hostility, and he recorded every detail so that future generations would know what truly happened. Eventually, council enforcers discovered the hidden journal, but not before copies had been sent across secure channels to many worlds. The truth spread quietly at first, then with unstoppable momentum as citizens learned how humans had helped them through crises, and how the council had tried to hide it. Protests erupted and old alliances crumbled. Humanity did not celebrate this chaos, but instead offered to help guide a new cooperative order. Laro wrote his final entries, watching humans and countless alien partners drafting a new charter based on shared rights and shared responsibilities. He felt a deep sense of hope that the universe was entering a brighter era. The journal ended with his belief that humanity had not risen to rule, but to remind. Every species that progressed was born from cooperation and courage, and that even the smallest voice could change the fate of stars.